Hey, hi. How are you doing today? How was your holiday? How was your Christmas or Hanukkah? How did that go? Or Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you might celebrate. How did that go? Did you have a good time, I hope? I know the weather didn't help. I know a lot of people were stranded in airports. That is never fun. Never fun. Sometimes we learn the hard way how to roll with the punches, right? And being in an airport's no fun. I remember that happening one year when we were, as a family, flying and we were coming back and we had to, and everything was going well. The trip went well. The flight out was good. Coming back, going into JFK was a nightmare because there was a snowstorm and we, as a family, and my kids were little then, it was like, got stuck for hours. It was not a fun time, but you get through it. You live through it, you begin to laugh, right? So here I am. I'm sitting in my house. My power's been out for about an hour. It's getting chilly in the house. And I thought, shoot, I'll just do a little video. I'll ramble. I'm just going to ramble. Who knows where this is going to go, but it'll be fun. Okay? But do tell me. I want to know. Tell me in the comments, how was your holiday? What did you celebrate? What was the best thing about it? I'd love to know. I really do. And I'll tell you about mine a little bit. I love the holiday season. It's one of my favorite times of year, as I've shared before. And even though I live by myself, I still decorate the house as if I'm having a huge party, like I did in the old days. I have a beautiful tree. I have fantastic ornaments I've had for 50 or so years. Grandchildren's ornaments I've painted over the years, friends' ornaments that they've given me. I mean, I love decorating the tree. And on my tree is probably only 1/3 of the ornaments I have. So every year I'll like rotate some, but I do have my favorites, as you probably have yours. Do you have a favorite ornament? What is it? Do share. I love to do my mantle. It's got layers of garland and pine cones and red berries and reindeer and lights, and I love it. My council table is the same with Christmas trees and Christmas candles and snowmen. I've connected. I've collected different types of snowmen for 30, 40 years, and I just put a few out on display because I really like that. And you can see my dining room table has a tree and some candles, and my bedroom has a mantle, and I have a beautiful, it's not quite a wreath. It's like what do you call it? When it hangs, there's a name for it. Anyway, I have that over my bed. I love it because it makes me happy. And I do it because it keeps me sane. I have to be creative. Otherwise I get really down. So I like to be creative, and I love decorating. It's something I just love to do in my own way. And so when I decorate the house for Christmas, I love doing it. It just brings me so much joy. It's a lot of work. It takes about 3 days, but I don't care. I love it. It takes me 3 days to take it down too, but that's okay. And I sort things out and I give things away that I no longer need or whatever, So that's me. What do you do? What do you do? It wasn't always like this. When I was busy raising 4 kids, I wasn't as elaborate because I didn't have the time. But I did decorate still. And the kids like to do it too. They help me out. Okay, so I'll tell you about my Christmas. I was alone. My 3rd year being alone at Christmas and Thanksgiving and birthdays. And I've never not lived near family and friends except for the past 3 years. And it's been hard and I don't like it. So I've got to make some changes. I don't like it. I don't like not being near friends and family. When I moved here to the Pacific Northwest in Oregon, I have 4 children. 2 boys, 2 girls. They all have their own families. My one daughter, my oldest daughter lived here. My youngest daughter was moving here, and they knew I was selling my house in Colorado. They go, Mom, come to Oregon, move near us. Because I'd been near my older son and his family for several years. And they go, come, it's our turn, live near us. So I'm like, all right. So I moved here. And within 3 years, they were gone. Their spouses and their careers took them to different places, different states. And I had some friends here. And we would hang out. We'd go to movies and celebrate each other's birthdays and holidays and hang out. And, and one by one, they all moved out of state. And so here I am by myself. It's not easy. I don't like it very much. I do alone okay. I tend to be a homebody anyway. I mean, I like traveling and I like people a lot, but I mean, I'm okay. I've learned to like myself and I'm fine by myself. I don't necessarily like it a whole lot. So changes need to be made there. But this Christmas was a hard one. I mean, even though we texted, we FaceTimed, we emailed, we had phone calls with all my kids and my friends, it's just not the same without them. And I loved, I just recalled so many memories of Christmases gone by and my children growing up and all the traditions we had in our family. And I love knowing that they are carrying on some of those traditions in their own families. That's really fun. So there were a lot of tears on Christmas because I missed my family so much and felt very lonely. Being alone is one thing, feeling lonely is another. So, and I acknowledge I was lonely and it made sense. I wasn't feeling sorry for myself. I just recognized I feel lonely and shed some tears. And that's when I started with the memories of being grateful for all the years. My oldest is 47, so I had so many years with my children and holidays and special times and, special events and gifts and all kinds of fun times with them and with my grandchildren. So having those memories was wonderful and turning kind of the teary day to being grateful, just being grateful that I've had those experiences in my life and knowing there's more to come. This is just a season right now of trying to figure out what to do, where to go. So there might be a move for me next year. We'll see in the coming year. But in the meantime, like I said, I'm sitting here in the near dark. The power's gone out and I'm getting chilly. It's been constant rain and really blustery winds, so that's probably why the power went out. And I don't envy the people having to go out in this weather to fix it. But I hope they're fixing it. I'm grateful if they're out there doing it, though, because we need it. I'd like to have my lights back. I'd like to have my refrigerator have the power back. And, but in the meantime, I'm fine. I have what I need. And that's all good. That's all good. So I came on here just to babble and just to engage you too, even though this is a video, because I usually do go live. But if you don't know who I am, by the way, you happen to come across, I've been a mentor and a coach for nearly 30 years. I'm a speaker, author, workshop leader, group facilitator, constant learning. And this channel is about basically bringing together, hopefully, a community of people who are thoughtful, who like to grow and learn, who want to be better humans. And I share a lot on my channel, if you look back in the videos, of my 30 years experience of being a coach and a mentor and sharing how I was helped in my life and bringing it forward. I talk about how do we operate as human beings? What happens when we're traumatized as children? What goes on in our subconscious? What things are triggered within us? What do we drag to adulthood? And recognize that they don't work for us anymore like they did when we were kids. Talk about emotional intelligence and social intelligence, codependency, relationships. What makes a great relationship? How to be the best that you can be and how to love yourself. Because truly, no one's really going to love you more than you love yourself. And if they do, it's icing on the cake. I talk about dysfunction and dysfunction in relationships and what it looks like and how do we get there? How do we wind up with the same kind of relationship, different face, same problems? How does that happen? I talk about that. Because I dedicate this channel to you. It's not a glamorous thing. I'm not a YouTube quote unquote journalist sharing gossip or about stuff that really doesn't matter, but people are interested in it for whatever reason. It's hard to talk to people about personal growth and spiritual awareness because they would rather click the clickbait headline. I get it. Doesn't mean I like it. Doesn't mean that's a good thing. But that is what it is. And I don't have a fancy channel. I don't have the pink and purple lights behind me and sound effects or a microphone. I know. I probably come across as boring. And I don't mean to be. I'm just sharing from my heart what I know to give to you. Hopefully on a silver platter of love and some guidance. So I hope you know that. And if you don't, you do now. So check out the other videos I've done since August. I've gone live twice a week. And I help you connect the dots. Because there's really no such thing as just one type of thing, like inner child work, or a dysfunctional relationship, or triggers. They're all connected, and I help you connect those dots. And when we can connect the dots, the light bulb goes on. We go, oh my gosh, I get it now, right? That's been in my life. So I just hope for you that anything that I share is helpful to you. And I do hope you do the YouTube-y things, like and subscribe and leave a comment. It means a lot to me. You can see I don't have a lot of followers. I don't know how to market. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I'm a one-woman show. So anyway, I do hope you get something out of it though, and enjoy it and learn and let me know. And the other thing that I do mention a lot, I haven't gone into well, I have in one video I talked about my own spiritual journey because I am also a practicing medium, which means I'm psychic. Yes, you can't be a medium without being psychic. Not all people who say they're psychic are mediums, though. Those are a little bit different things. But so for 15 years, I've been visited by the spirit world. I'm not afraid of it. I knew what was happening because I was always interested in it. But my belief at the time was that it was wrong. I shouldn't believe it. It's woo-woo. It's evil. It's whatever. But I couldn't let it go because it was still there. They wouldn't let me go. Not in a bad way. I mean, they just kept reminding me, we're here, we're here, we're here. And I share the story of what that looked like. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. But for the past 2.5 years, I've been getting formal training from the best, incredible human beings, mediums in the world. In the friggin' world. And you might not have heard of them because they're not on TV. They refuse to do that. They refuse to make it a circus act. They refuse to make it a dog and pony show. They refuse. They won't. They've been asked 1 million times. That's how good they are. But they don't think that's the right course of action. So you won't see them on TV. Maybe in interviews, though. but they're incredible human beings. They're remarkable, and I've learned so much from them, because I'll tell you this, personal growth is very much involved in spiritual development. They kind of go hand in hand. You know, when we learn to be better humans, when we learn to understand ourselves better and grow where we need to grow, like to really just, grow up, so to speak. It really goes hand in hand with the spiritual development within us, because we're all souls. We all have souls. We're all spiritual DNA, to put it in a way. All of us. Now, I know people who will like scream and yell and shout at me and swear that there's no God, there's no such thing. And, when you die, you turn to dust, that's it, there's nothing. And I'm like, okay, you can believe that. It doesn't matter what you believe. It really doesn't matter what anybody believes. There are a bazillion different religions and faiths and whatnot. But when this body goes, you live on. You live on. I can guarantee you that. I bring people through often. And they're people. They aren't weird energies or ghosts. They're people. They're just incarnate. And I love it. It's a beautiful work. It's a beautiful practice. It's a beautiful, sacred thing. And I find it a privilege and an honor. And I've had people come through who were, a lot of apologies, a lot of support, knowing you're loved. They know when you're going through a difficult time. They know. And they know when you have a decision to make, or they know when you've had maybe a negative health diagnosis. They know it. Just like if they were here still alive, they would be with you, just like you would, right? With your loved ones, your family, your friends, your children, your neighbors, your aunts, your uncles, your whoever. You're there for them. You love them. You support them. You celebrate with them. And you cry with them. That doesn't change. When they're on the other side, they're with you. And they like it when you talk to them. They really do. They do. So the part of this is, when I talk about mediumship, it's evidential. It's all evident. It's evidential. Otherwise, what is the point, right? So for me, when they come through to me, I can tell if it's a man or a woman, or a grandfather or a mother or whatever, or an uncle, an aunt. I can tell, and then they let me know. I kind of learn who they are and their personality, and sometimes it like comes right through. It's like, I remember this one woman I was reading for, and I could tell this woman was there, and I wanted to sit up straight. Ooh, I wanted to sit up straight, and I felt like I had like the best, most beautiful outfit on, and I just was like smoking like this, and I shared that with her. She goes, "Oh my gosh, yep." And I said, "I think this is your aunt." She goes, "Yep, that's my aunt." And then some people come through as they were. They might have been very, very shy and not very outgoing, and so I have to pay really close attention to their personality, because they might not be so assertive in their personality. And I have to understand that and feel for that. And sometimes they'll give me memories, and I'll share memories of things, and to give evidence, maybe a place of where they lived or what they did, or a celebration they might have shared, or something like that. It comes through in one way or another, because their personalities are how they are. They'll come through like how they were here. So if they swore like a sailor here, they're going to be similar when they come through. Sometimes they like to tease me that way, because a lot of them know I don't speak that way. I don't swear hardly ever. I mean, if I stub my toe in the night, I can't promise you what won't come out of my mouth and what won't. But, I save it for the right things. I don't use it every other word. But, Yeah, it just depends who they are, how they come through, what their personality is, and giving evidence. And a good medium is someone who they don't ask questions. They won't ask you, did your father pass? They'll know. A good medium will know. They don't ask questions. And they don't fish for information. All I want from somebody is yes, no, or I don't know. I don't want any information. Don't tell me anything. And I know it's exciting for people and they want to like share, like, oh yes, that's right. And then I'm like, no, don't tell me, because then I can't share that as evidence. I can't share that. And then that's evidence lost. And I want the evidence, it's cool that way. Anyway, and I'm still practicing. I still like to practice with people because it's good. I enjoy it. I also find my psychic ability works well hand in hand when I'm coaching. Sometimes it's not necessary at all. And sometimes it works well with coaching. It can be helpful. So even all three, the coaching, the psychic work, and the mediumship, all three can be a very healing element for somebody in someone's life. It's very rare that all three are used at once, but it can sometimes. It does take place sometimes. So just to share with that, just to let you know that. Anyway, let me know how your holiday went. I really want to know. Was it good, bad? Were you caught in the airport? Was something going on? Was it weird? Were you happy to be home? Did the power go out where you live? My power's still out. And I am getting chilly, so I think I'm going to go grab a sweater. So I hope you have a great day. Thanks for listening to me. Just, hanging out with the power loss. Just remember how amazing you are. You are an amazing human being. You are. And you're a miracle on this planet. And you matter very, very much. Thanks for just sharing these few minutes with me. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please leave a comment, like, and or subscribe. It feels so weird for me to say that because I'm not a YouTube person, but I have to become one. And I know I need to say those things. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.